Hey everybody, welcome to the read for this full moon on this Boxing Day of our last full moon of 2023. Yeah, I'm just going to be doing some quick cards. Unfortunately, I didn't plan a meditation, so I will leave you to your own devices. But I did call this video Contemplation and Reflection. This is usually what we start to do at this time of year before we head into a new year, and we reflect on the old one, and where we've come from and where we're headed. And then we like to contemplate what the future looks like for us. So this is a good moon to do it. Where it's in Cancer, so it could be a little bit more emotional. We could be looking back at the year. Yeah, and basically, I'm just going to go back to things I've said before. Um, in terms of our emotions, what do we want to feel moving into this new year? Not necessarily, the things we want to see happen. Those are definitely good to reflect upon, and contemplate what could be. But really focusing, I think, tonight, if you're doing some journaling or any meditative work, um, on how do we want to feel in the new year. Cancer is all about our emotions and our feelings. So, and it's also a little bit about, the crab has the home on the back, right? So a little focus on home and closer to the heart and all of those good things. All right, so we'll do our usual read of cards with the moon, but first I'm going to just do one overall from the goddess. It's tarot, but it's just the major arcana, so we'll see here. Yeah, it's just really interesting times right now. I don't know about you, but today was nice. It was peaceful and quiet, and it seemed, I did have to work, but it was just easygoing day. The last 2 days with everything going on with Christmas was just kind of chaotic. So it just seemed more settled today, even just energetically more settled. So this is funny. It doesn't want to give me a card. I feel like it's keep shuffling. I'm like, really? Keep shuffling. Oh, not it. Well, let's keep doing this. Yeah, so hopefully you're able to carve out some time tonight to go look at the moon. It's very beautiful. And just do those two things. Reflect on this year. Lots happened this year. And contemplate what our future looks like, what your future looks like. So we got the Hermit card, which is it's kind of a good card for tonight for this moon. Turning inward, really not being alone necessarily, but just working on ourselves, not the whole world. I definitely want to talk about that. Is like, it's crazy out there right now, just in terms of what I'm seeing with people attacking one another, and just in all different avenues, and then things coming up about what's real and what's not. And it's a lot of crazy information coming at us. So anyway, as always, make sure you're being very discerning about what you're listening to, what's coming into your field. I feel like this is definitely, these last few days, is about just kind of being retreating a bit from all the noise and the chaos. I journey to a place of solitude to deepen my understanding of self-knowledge. Yeah, this contemplation and meditation of this moon this is about you, and just you, and not anybody else or what anybody else is doing or saying or feeling. Or it's just like, go within and really just observe, particularly, like I said, how you feel. How do you want to feel? What is coming up for you in terms of, the things you want to see in your life in this coming year. And what are the things that you've learned from this year that you could either do differently or feel differently about, or that you never want to feel again? So just taking stock of, and just, it's coming up, just like taking stock of how far you've come this year. All of us have been on this big spiritual shift. Uh, some days it's awesome, and some days it's not awesome, right? So just kind of going over those moments and just feeling into uh, what you want to see different for next year, or what you would repeat, and that kind of thing. So it's really just a time, like I said, to reflect and contemplate. We're going to do one card from, I always love when I get a new deck, I have to use it. This is it's from Kyle Gray's. It's the Ascended Masters, I think. No, the Masters. Is it just Divine Masters? Divine Masters. So it's not necessarily all Ascended Masters, but they're divine. Divine Masters. What do we want to, just a card on what we should be focusing on? That one's definitely flying out. Oh, good. So we got Lakshmi and Ganesh. Both have to do with abundance. Ganesh helps remove obstacles that are preventing you from getting to your abundance, and Lakshmi brings in abundance. And again, when we speak of abundance, it's not necessarily money. It can be of love, of health, wealth. It's exactly what it says on the card. So prosperity vibration. You are attracting health, wealth, and happiness. It's sort of the same thing we've been talking about up until this point, is that it's really critical about manifestation and what we're thinking about, and what we're feeding into our mind, if we're being critical of ourselves, all of these things. It's changing our thought pattern so that we are in a prosperity vibration, abundance vibration. So definitely, those are always good things. Usually that's kind of like, if you're going to make resolutions for the new year, which I never do, but intentions is what I like to make. So why not have a good mantra or intention of prosperity for the new year? Health, wealth, happiness. That's very nice. I like that. All right. Let's do our usual moon reads. We'll start with the Moonology deck. See what 3 cards come up to go with today's moon. What we need to be focusing on. Definitely that. Yeah. Okay. Oop, I can do that. So yeah, I hope you're able to find this peace and quiet in this evening, and just really allowing everything that's happened over this year to make sure it's integrated, and that we're heading into prosperity by having our thoughts in the right place. First card we got is bring love into the situation. So, love or above. That's particularly true when, like I said, like lately we're facing a lot of criticism and that from different communities that we might follow. There's a lot of infighting, that kind of thing. So it's like, if it's not, if stuff around you, people, places, stuff you're watching on TV, the movies, aren't bringing in vibrations of love, I would strongly start to recommend just either avoiding them or just not feeding into them. And then, like I said, does include people, does include situations. So just coming to mind, like, obviously there's a thing on Netflix that came out a couple of weeks ago, and everyone's talking about it, and everyone's like, did you watch it? And I'm like, no, it's zero intention to watch that. I don't need that. I don't need to see what they're projecting as the lowest vibration that we could go to. I don't need that in my field. I don't want that in my field. Even just thinking about the premise of it and listening to other people talk about it, I'm just like I actually deleted a bunch of stuff on Telegram today and a couple other things because people are just they're just being horrible to one another, like rude, and it's like no, I don't like. I just no more. Like I'm not, and it's not ignoring it or sticking your head in the sand. It's just like I don't want that vibration. If it's not of love, then it can go away. Quite frankly, just so you know. We also got luck is on your side. So I think luck is always an interesting word, but I just feel like if we're sticking our sticking, that's not really the right word. If we're projecting out our intentions and our positive manifestations, that card is just saying the world's your oyster. It's about to open up for you. So definitely love or above, keep it high vibration, keep it love. The last one we got, there is just a cautionary card in there. Don't let your past hold you back. Just making sure, dotting those I's and crossing those T's for this last little bit, and making sure the old ways of doing things, we're not doing that anymore. It's really interesting. Before I get into this last card, is like, yeah, I'm kind of like, well, I'm kind of proud of myself, which I don't know if that's a thing that you should be saying. No, I am. But like, I'm able to I feel really detached in a healthy way from things. Like I start to hear about things that are lower vibration, and I'm able to just sit there and observe and be like, well, no, sorry, that's not for me. Or if it's like really in my face and it's just like, just delete it. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's not going to change your life. If the further you go down these rabbit holes and negativity vortexes is what I like to call them lately, then it's harder to get out of. So why would you do that to yourself? Yeah, like I'm in a place where I just feel like nonchalant, I guess is the word about it. It's not that I don't care. It's just that it's like, that doesn't affect me. And it doesn't, and in the feeling inside is not like, oh my God, how can I do that and not be like the status quo and feeling what everybody's feeling and, giving into the fear and blah, 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 blah. I just don't, I just am in this place where it's like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So do your best to keep your vibration in love and high up. And then we got, is that an eclipse? Yeah. We're not back into eclipse season for a long time, but the energies are so intense right now that, yeah, just that's kind of the same kind of energy coming in. But I love this, like this dawning of this new light coming in. Expect powerful change. It's coming. It's coming. It's taken a long time to get here, and sometimes it feels like it's stalling out or slowing down. All right, let's look at the hidden realms. Ooh, these guys are trying to jump out everywhere. Uh-oh. My dog got squeaky toys, so you're going to hear squeaky toys. He's about to bring it to me. He'll probably bring it in this room. It'll be awesome. Ooh. Oops. Got two things here. Ooh. You're like coming up two at a time here. Yeah, okay. It's going to be an interesting read. Okay. Okay, this is where we're at right now. Sorry, I just need to sort these out. So I normally wouldn't read 6 cards, but they literally were coming out two at a time. I just don't know where I'm starting here. We're starting with this. Okay. This I feel is another bit of a warning, because what we just talked about is that there's much There's a lot of people out there trying to muddy the waters about what's true and what's not because so much disclosure is about to happen. You know, there's a list coming out soon. Nobody wants that list to come out, but it's coming out. So it's going to be, shocking for some. I've seen it like a million years ago. So I already know most of the names on it. Anyway, this is about, though, there's people in the spiritual community, the truther community, just a lot of things that we're all following and looking at right now, like, people that are doing channeling and like all of this stuff, whatever you're following I feel like this is the desert prince and it's called survival. And the other thing, the dark element of it is false promises. There is so much of that going on right now that it's almost hard for you to use your discernment. So, yeah, you've still got to be like the lion and the desert prince with the sword is we still got to cut through the bullshit because there's so much of it coming at us right now. So again, try to be in a reserved step back place, observe, listen, take it in, don't take it on, those kind of things. The way we survive this, again, is we've got to be in that vibration of love. So the minute that anything takes you out of that, it's not for you. Just leave it. Find what is. Find things that are strong. Be strong. Because we also got the Horse King, which is assistance and control. Now, I'm going to say this is purely just about the assistance word. There are people out there benevolent, helping, actually doing those things. So if you're following somebody right now and it's not resonating and they're saying strange stuff, because some people have like 180'd. They were like really cool and really saying amazing stuff. And now they're like, it's like they just flipped a switch to like darker. Yeah. So again, we came here, part of the lesson of this earth is that we're learning discernment. So really step back. And this is also not just with people you're following, but situations or groups, or like be really, find the ones that are actually assisting you and making you feel good. Because if that's not happening, it needs to come out of our life. All right. We also got the keeper of the scales, which is fairness and balance. So I think this is the thing right now is like, this is us watching duality duke it out. Like literally, like one side is saying this and one side is saying this. And it's like, well, which side is good now and bad? And anything that is of lower vibration won't survive when the light fully comes in. Like they won't be able to resonate at a level. You'll instantly be able to tell. So what I like right now is like part of the exercise we need to do for ourselves is when something, a piece of information or a person, if you're questioning that thing, sit down in contemplation and meditation and ask that energy if it's of the light. If you get a clear no, then ask it to leave. It's really, we're simple intention is that right now. We have to hold the balance. Well, all these other people try to tip it because that's what they're trying to do. It's really the dark side disguised in light, and they're trying to tip you off your balance so that you will follow them. Now, I don't say this to scare people, but like this, because they're not strong enough to like to do a lot of damage at this point, but they're strong enough to tip you off your balance and distract you from your real, mission, right? So, which is to be of the light, right? And hold the balance. So do your best to like really, yeah, it's all about us cleaning up everything we're listening to. And honestly, to be honest, the best person to listen to right now is yourself. Even me, like you may not be resonating with me anymore. And that's fine. But find the people. I feel like we need to find the people, because we also got the camel boy, which is small steps and asking for help. So yeah, it's really spending the time to make sure that everything we're ingesting, whether that's energy, spirits, people, places, events, that we're keeping ourselves in a place where we have benevolent people around us, benevolent energy coming in. We feel good. We are resonating. We have a community. We have people that we feel safe and comfortable with, and that are there to help us, legitimately help us in this ascension process. So, it's not like we just get to coast into 2024 being like, okay, well, I think I got this mostly down, so I'll just let it ride. We still have the work to do. Make sure you're vetting every single piece of information, people, uh, teachers, gurus, all of them, even like spiritual experiences. So, like if you're meditating and Jesus comes to you, or Buddha, or make sure you're vetting that energy too. That, like, ask it if it's of the light. And if it isn't, it needs to go. Like, we have to be on this. Like, we still have work to do. We don't get to like phone this in. So keep doing the work, guys. That's the biggest part of this. The next two that came out was the Well Watcher, which is wisdom and power of the divine. So again, keeping in the back of our mind, we are well protected. We have the divine at our back and a wealth of information. The wisdom part, right? The wisdom part is asking things if they're of the light or not. And then if they're not, it's like, bye, see ya. We also got the Hawk Prince, spirit communication, paying attention. So paying attention is always a good one, because that means you're getting lots of signs and symbols, and and again, discerning. Is this of the light? Is this good? Is this the information that I can use? Is this information I want to ingest into my energy field? All of those things. Yeah, that's awesome. This is a good read. I like it so far. Okay. These ones I usually get, the next two we usually get some advice from on how we go through this moon and what we need to do. And so, yeah. And then moving forward past this moon, I don't know, for like, I probably might come on and do a read. I've got family, and so I can't promise anything, but you never know. I might come in and just kind of draw one card for every month of the year. Just maybe this is fun, just for shits and giggles, to see like what's coming up in the next year. Predictions. I don't do predictions. Okay. Whoops. What do I want to read first? This is interesting because this is totally just confirming this moon tonight. So, my emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. Oops. Apparently, my printer thinks that is that a check mark? Beep. Check mark. My emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. That's why tonight, definitely, the homework is contemplate, meditate, and reflect on this last little while of what's working for you, what's not, connecting to your emotions, so that we can, again, if we're contemplating the future, what do we want to see? What do we want to feel? All of those good things. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how many cards I got. Okay. Okay. First up is I forgive and let go with loving ease. I don't think this is so much about people, places, or things. This is like I said, this is this new information coming in. And just so we're in a place of love, and we lovingly forgive what's happened, and we let it go, especially if it's really horrific, because some of the stuff that you're going to be hearing over the next 2 to 3 years it's not pretty. It isn't pretty stuff. So just, yeah, not taking it on, right? Like not even discerning, but acknowledging, and then we forgive and let go. Like that's almost like, this is almost like a card of like, this is what we need to do for 2024. A lot of forgiveness and letting go with loving ease and grace. Grace is a big word. Grace came up today. It's come up a few times. So doing a loving kindness meditation, doing Ho'oponopono to release the energy around anything that's too much, right? And it is for ourselves too, making sure we're taking it easy on ourselves and giving ourselves some credit and a break and some love. We also got, I surrender to the power of prayer and devotion. So continuing to be in meditation, bringing everything, good and prayer and love and all of that into our field. I love that they're all kind of holding up this big full moon. They're all naked, but when I let others shine, I shine too. Oh, interesting. Interesting that that's our last card for that part for the year. It's one of those things too. It's like, let them, like, we are going to eventually need to like work together and come back together. So tonight, yeah, so far the theme's kind of been about hermiting a bit and doing your self contemplation and reflection. But we're also, it's making sure the community is all together and working towards like raising the frequency and the vibration of love, but also that we're like, we're all equal on equal ground, right? There's no leader, there's no follower, that's an old way. And I feel like for most of us, it's been really tough to let that go. So, make sure the big part is make sure you're doing the work for yourself, by yourself. And that when you come into group or community setting, that everybody gets to shine their light because we're more powerful together, right? So, yeah, interesting cards. All right, let's get 3 cards from here, just about what we're looking at for any advice that we should be following for tonight's moon. Well, there's pretty much 3 right there, so we'll just take them. I have, oops, okay, dropped them onto the other deck. I mean, this one's a no-brainer. Make time for self-love. This should have been the picture on the thumbnail. Contemplation and meditation. Man, and what's the other word I said? Reflection. Didn't I get it right tonight? Oh yeah, detoxify. I just always love this picture. It's the cow. Like it's like, but it's like in India where they were like, they revere them. They're sacred, The detoxification, I think, definitely for this full moon being in Cancer is definitely at the emotional level. This isn't so much about the physical body, although I'm sure most of you, like I did, just kind of spent 2 days like ravaging my body with stuff and sugar and like whatever. Now more chocolate. I'm gonna go have some chocolate right now too. I'm not gonna apologize for it. This is, I think, is a spiritual and a emotional detox. So make sure we're clearing out, as we reflect on the year when things come up. We do a little work around that and feel the feelings, feel it and heal it. Yeah, seriously, can't make this up. The last card we got is honor your feelings. Honor how you're feeling. Yeah, own it. That's a lot of the times it's like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Well, who said that? Who told you that? Who told you you shouldn't feel a certain way? That's not how that works. It's, if you feel it, you feel it. Again, with any emotion or feeling, we just want to make sure, whether it's happiness or whether it's sadness, that we're not staying there too long, that we're actively working through it. So we allow it to process out of us, we detox it out of us, and we cleanse, and then we don't, we don't like take it back on and do it again. Like we start letting stuff go, and yeah, it's just really coming through strong that, like, somebody listening to this is like, we've always been told how to feel and what to feel and when to feel it, and sorry, you can't laugh at a funeral. And it's like, well, I can do whatever I want, actually. It may not be appropriate to those people, and I would, definitely not just be running around laughing at a funeral, but also, life, we carry on. So it's not the saddest of times. Sometimes it is, but anyway, just, yeah, it's funny. I just find it funny that we allow people to tell us how to feel. Sometimes we just feel, and that's fine, whatever that feeling is. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we also, to end here, I'm going to end with a Christ consciousness, though, as I feel like we fully have really starting to embody that light. We also got Lady Venus, light activation, call to action, power surge, earth mission. This is what we came to do, you guys. We came to be this light and hold this light and anchor it in and shine it out and help others to shine theirs, right? Like, this is still like, reminding us, I hate to say it like this, but it's go time. This is what the moments we've been waiting for. When the mission gets revealed fully, and don't panic if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, the time's not quite at hand, but it's close, and you'll know. We'll all know. All right. One last, seriously. It's Jesus. He's still around. He's always around. Follow my lead. Just also have that saying in my head, what would Jesus do? Or what would love do, right? So yeah, just keep up with the consciousness coming through your heart, your head, your hands, everything. Your meditations, your prayers, all on love, on the teachings of Jesus, right? There's many, if you don't want to read the Bible, I totally understand that, but it's like the pretty basic stuff, like do unto others as you would have done to you, turn the other cheek. Just be kind, be loving, be gentle, be love, be, embody love and kindness. Like, that's really like the easiest and simplest way for us to put that into our life every day. Yeah. I can't say anything else about that. I was going to try to end this video at 33, but it just passed. So might as well just let it go to 34, 35. All right. I feel like we need just 3 words to part with, and then we will call it a night. I felt like last night, for the first time, I got like a solid night of sleep, which was amazing. It was like the best Christmas gift ever. Hopefully it's going to continue tonight, even though it's a full moon, so you never know what that's going to be like. I do feel like there's just more of a peace around this earth right now. Oops. Okay, so again, lots of cards. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Yeah. This is coming back to, okay, definitely do your work around things tonight for yourself in contemplation and meditation. This is starting to point to the next couple weeks coming up. So the first card we got is clarity. Again, if you look, it's magnifying the words so that we are seeing things clearly. So these next word cards are all coming to disclosure. So make sure you're really looking at it in depth, that you clearly understand things, that you feel like you're getting clarity from somebody, meaning they're validating things in a way where it's like, okay, that resonates or it doesn't. A lot of, it's also, stuff's just up to be revealed. Have empathy for other people. They are going to go through this in a completely different way than you. Some of this stuff you might be able to handle, and some of the stuff is going to completely wreck people, wreck them. It's heartbreaking, some of it. Have empathy for them. Everybody goes through those processes differently too. So, it's kind of like a toddler. If they're having a tantrum, let them. Don't try to stop them. Don't try to tell them how to feel. Let them have their tantrum in the corner and be there with loving arms to do this, to hold them, to pat them on the back when they're ready. Have empathy for others. This is not an easy process. People are at different stages in this. That's all I can say. Be as empathetic to everyone else as you can. We're going to have some strength. We'll find our strength. It comes through this prayer. Again, lover above, sitting in mantra, sitting in meditation, in high vibration, in the frequency of love. As everything, comes out or is revealed or whatever is going on, just keep coming back to mantra or poems, the Great Invocation, loving kindness, whatever resonates and works for you. Even our self meditations. I've been doing mine almost every morning, which is just the first part is I do a check-in for the body. So every cell, nerve, muscle, bone, tissue, organ, and system in my body is healthy, happy, and whole. I reside in a frequency and a timeline of ease, grace, peace, prosperity, abundance, and above all, love. And I know that all is well in my world. Every time it goes through the drum. It's funny. I'm going to watch for a second. Yeah, it smells like raw. It smells like an animal. It's a rawhide. That's really what it is. Keep up with this, guys. It's also part of why this guy showed up. And then relaxation. Yeah, it's still it's about this moon tonight. Is a lot of it is I feel like we need one more Christ consciousness story. I was going to end this. And now I'm just carrying on. I need to go to bed early tonight too. Definitely feeling the busyness of the last few days. Finally catch. Interesting. It goes back to the prayer. The Holy Spirit work through me. It's about allowing this light in and shining it out and letting that divine backing and love that we have behind us to really channel through and be bringing that out and projecting it to the world. If we let ourselves be a vessel for that, I can only imagine the amazing things we can accomplish just by being in prayer and in love and in light. I know sounds cliche and it's kind of cheesy, but there is no other way at this point. Um, the only way we get out is through, and we do that through being empathetic, loving, kind. We pray, we love, we. I was gonna say eat, pray, love, but I mean, in this instance, I don't think eating's gonna help. But if it helps you, continue on with that. All right, I'm gonna leave that there. Enjoy your contemplative and reflective full moon in Cancer. Um, yeah, check in with your emotions, figure out uh, what you want to feel in this next year. What intentions can we put out into the universe so that we receive back those types of feelings we want to feel, like, and love and peace and grace. We have to put it out to get it out. You know, you got to spend money to make money. You got to spend energy to make energy, and you got to keep it in the right vibration. So we can do this. We've been doing it all along. It's just we're really being called into action. I wouldn't say like today, but definitely within the next 6 weeks. More call to action in terms um, of us stepping up into our mission and our role, right? Uh, Earth mission, power surge, more energy coming in, and the call to action is coming. So, all right. And like I said, I'm not sure what this channel holds for card reads and things over the next few days. I have family coming in, so I don't have, they're sleeping in that thing. It looks like it folds. They're not sleeping in it. Anyway, sorry. I thought that was hilarious. Ooh, more Sam. Okay, he probably needs to go up. So you say Happy New Year? And give you a kiss. Okay, kiss New Year's. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves, and remember, I love you. And hopefully, I'll get to jump on here between now and the new year. So take care of yourselves, and yeah, just be in peace and love.